Hello, I am continuing the CT Registry image production for the physics. We are talking about informatics today. So informatics means processing data for storage or retrieval. So whenever you see informatics, just think of like computer systems, um, data, storage, and how to retrieve information. In today's video, we are covering informatics. So we'll talk about DICOM, PACS, HIS, RIS. So this is very important for you to know for your CT registry or if you are taking your CQR CT exam. I have mine coming up. Well, I have to take my CT CQR right now. I've already taken mine for X-ray, so they give you like a 3-year window period to get it knocked out, so I'll take mine soon. So after the CT image is taken, we are going to reconstruct it, and we'll reconstruct into either a sagittal, coronal, or axial plane. But a lot of times, whatever computer or CT machine you're working on, it automatically does it. So whenever you have did your reconstructions or the computer has, the images are sent to a local hard drive. What CT machine do you all work on? Can you put it down in the comment box? I've worked on GE and Siemens. I started training on GE, but I've used both. So the space and storage on the CT machine, it does have to be cleared and free so that we can get more images on the CT machine, because if not, you can tell that it start to slow down. And there has been times where like I don't just go in and delete images because I'm PRN at a lot of places and I just travel to different places. So I just leave that up to the technologist that works there full time to get rid of those images. So one day I was working and the machine was like slowing down a lot during the scan, and then in between patients the text just started deleting the images, or they just started telling me, yeah, you can go ahead and delete them, start from the bottom and then just work your way up. So whenever you send the images to PACS, the images are there because PACS has like a large storage capability. So before you do delete images from the CT machine, make sure that it has been read in PACS or on their report in their chart. And do not delete the images from the same week or month in case someone needs to look it up, like the patient's name. I know a lot of um, CT students, sometimes they rely on that MRN number, that medical record number or a session number to write down on their paper for documentation. And then you just never know. Sometimes a radiologist may call over and say, hey, I didn't get all of the images from last night, or the tech forgot to send the images from 3 hours ago, especially if they have gotten busy in like the ER or something. They'll say, could you please send them? So just start from the bottom of the machine where it's like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months ago to start deleting the images. Now we have two confusing terms for you all to remember. We have lossless compression. This is the reversible compression where the image is digitally compressed and the information or data is not lost. Image is the same as the original. So whenever this is compressed, the image is the same. Now we have lossy compression. This is the irreversible compression where data are lost when it has been compressed. So for lossy, you have loss of data, and then you have much higher compression rates. So those are two confusing terms. So just rewind the video if you need to, or pause it to make sure that you know these terms. Now we have DICOM. DICOM stands for Digital Imaging and Communications in Medicine Standard. So just make sure you know the acronym for DICOM, but make sure you know what it is. DICOM makes sure that the recording, storing, printing, and medical images have been transmitted and processed, without any hiccups, any problems. Developed in 1985. by the American College of Radiology, also known as ACR, and the National Electrical Manufacturers Association, or NEMA. So DICOM does make sure that all of the radiology images have been archived and transmitted along several and various networks and systems. If you don't know what archive mean, I'll let you know, or I'll go over in the next slide or two. All right, so we have how DICOM works is it works by image acquisition, meaning we have performed the radiology imaging scan or the X-ray. And then you have your data that's going to be stored and retrieved. Image sharing and viewing happens, and also data exchange. So that's what DICOM involves. We have picture archiving and communication systems, PACS. I'm sure all of you are familiar with PACS, but PACS is a digital system that stores, retrieves, manages, and distributes medical images such as X-rays, CT scans, and MRIs. So if you are not familiar with PACS, you know the definition for it, go back and refresh yourself on it. Make sure that you do not get PACS confused with the definition for DICOM. It's easy to do, so make sure you know both definitions. PACS also allow for digital storage, secure network, image management, integration with other systems. So the benefits of PACS is it has improved efficiency and workflow. It reduced storage costs. So with PACS, you do not have to worry about going in and deleting patient exams to free up some space like you do on the CT image or the CT machine. It's easier to access the patient medical history. Hence, that's why I gave you all like um, telling you how long you should wait before deleting the images from the CT machine. You don't have to worry about that with PACS. And it has improved diagnostic accuracy. So if you all have any questions about DICOM or PACS, could you please just let me know in the comment box? So now we'll move on to archive. So archive is the long-term storage and management of medical images. So just think of it as that. And you have your soft copy and your hard copy. This is the way CT images are archived. For a soft copy, the CT images are stored in a digital format. So you have your hard drive, your magnetic optical disc, your magnetic tape drives. So soft copy does give you like a long-term storage. And then you have hard copy. So your CT images are stored on digital film with hard copy. So for hard copy, just think of film. A film is hard. So that's how the images are stored. It can be viewed on a view box. So if you ever walked into the radiologist office, I'm not sure if you all are students, CT students, just trying to catch up on your lesson before you get to this point, or if you are already past the stage and you have walked into the radiologist reading room, you'll see like a view box where their images can be hung on. You may not see it as much now because now there aren't a lot of films being brought in, but occasionally I still see when I work in the mammography department, sometimes patients from like other states or maybe another country may have had film saved. So you will see it hanging up and the light to the view box will be on so the radiologist can see it. So they don't look at the image in their hand with their room light on. The room light stays off and they read the images by hanging it on that view box. So you do have limitation on physical space due to storage and several boxes needed. So if you are finding my videos helpful, could you please like, share, and subscribe for more videos? Thank you. So with archiving images, you all know, or hopefully you should know by now, that archive means to copy files to a long-term storage device for backup and to retrieve images in the future. We have our optical disc. So we have two different types. We have worm, and we have read-only disc. So worm stands for write once, read many times disc. So this refers to a data or data storage technology that allows information to be written to a storage medium once and then read numerous times while preventing any further modification or detection of data. So for an example, you have your CDs and your DVDs. And then we have read-only discs. The disk data can be accessed and read, but not modified or written to. That's why it's called read only. So this is for review only. Now we're going to talk about our RIS system, which is your radiology information system. This is used for the patients and for scheduling patients. So RIS is a specialized software system used in healthcare to manage and optimize radiology department operations. You have patients are being scheduled. You can see their exams, the radiologist report. You can also see how the results are being distributed and also their billing information. A lot of times, whenever let's say someone at the front desk forgot to check a patient in, and they probably say, "Hey, um, someone, can you check the patient in?" And you can also see the billing information if they owe anything or not. And then you also have your reception, waiting room, examination, reporting, transcription, admin, and then it all goes to PACS. You have your speech recognition and finance system, all with RIS. So now we'll talk about HIS. So HIS stands for Hospital Information System. So this is all regarding the hospital. You have patient management for registration, discharge, admission, the clinical workflow for scheduling, billing, coding, reporting, and analytics, all with HIS. So when you think of HIS, think of hospital, how the hospital is working. Okay, so we have a few more terms. We have wide area networks, which connects computers and other devices across a large geographical area, often spanning in cities, regions, or countries. And then your local area network. So local, think of around you. You have a network that connects devices with a limited geographic area. You have home, office, school, your radiology department. Teleradiology is how the radiologists are interpreting, reading the medical images in a remote setting. So they're probably at their house whenever they're reading this. I'm sure they're not at the pool or the park or something. However, I have seen someone with like luggage or something, and they had like their laptop out at the pool, so you just never know where they are reading from. So that's why it's called teleradiology. So these are your X-rays, CT scans, MRI scans, ultrasound, mammos, whatever radiology images. So with teleradiology, it offers the ability for PACS to send images over a large or local area network, also that wide area network for your imaging department to an off-site location such as the radiologist's home or maybe their hotel room if they're on vacation. They could be on a beach, who knows? So as long as they're keeping the patient's information private, confidential, following the HIPAA laws. Who knows where they're working at, but I'm sure they probably have to have like a lot of wires and computer systems set up for their teleradiology, maybe even cameras to make sure that they are the ones that's reading it. So, but it is like an off-site location where they are reading these. And we also have our radiology workflow. You have a doctor have put in a request for a scan, and then it gets scheduled, and then we do the images, and then after the images, it goes for image and data interpretation. So afterwards, you have your reporting where the report is generated, then it gets sent to the doctor's office for follow-up care if the patient is needed, and of course, the doctor will relay the information to the patient. All right, so that's it. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you would like more physics videos. Leave a comment for me so I can know, or feel free to give the video a thumbs up as well. Comment down below for me to let me know when you all are scheduled for your CT registry, or if you are scheduled for your CQR CT assessment exam, because my videos that I have, it could be used for both. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you and bye. I will see you all next time.